tracking winter weather.
Welcome into WJHL Plus on this Saturday afternoon. I'm Casey Marler. Forecast came true today. Snow covering the Tri-Cities and surrounding communities. Snow and lots of it. Let's take a live look outside at our team coverage as we have our reporters all over the Tri-Cities checking out road conditions and weather conditions so you know exactly what it looks like as the snow continues to fall. We look forward to hearing from them throughout this update. We'll take a live look outside right now. There's a view of a very snowy Kingsport, Jonesboro, as well as Mountain City there, looking about the same no matter where you look in the region. Here's the man that said it would be this way. It's a winter wonderland. It is. The snow started falling. It really hasn't stopped for the last 12, 16 hours.
No, we're not going to see it snow probably until about 8 o'clock across much of East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, ending a bit more. My concern now is we're at 15 degrees. You still have that light snow falling, and will we have the tire tracks over the same place because a lot of roads are not scraped right now, so the secondary road's terrible. But if they're not scraped, you got the tire track, it's going to refreeze, and that is going to create a lot of icy road conditions for the overnight. So get ready for that. Just what we want to hear.
Yeah,
right?
Just got to be safe.
That's right, because it's rough out there today, especially those secondary roads. Take a look right now. We'll show you what's going on. We are still looking at 15 degrees. That wind chill at 3. Our wind's going to pick up a little bit through the evening hour tonight. By the way, wind chills as low as 10 to 15 below, especially in the mountains, up to 20 below. Here's a look. We've been looking at our camera views. You can definitely see that. But I want to show you the radar because lighter precipitation now coming down through Kentucky into southeastern areas of Kentucky, Southwest Virginia, right down through the Tri-Cities. You look at this radar, the heaviest precipitation now off to our east. Boy, it's been snowing pretty good there. Back through parts of the Piedmont down to Charlotte, North Carolina. Otherwise, this is a better view. You see the snow showers here, that low pressure. You know, I talked about that the past couple of days. When we saw that low, we'd see higher totals. And yes, we're getting some totals here of 9 to 10 inches around parts of East Tennessee. The low is scooting out to sea. What happens now, that is going to move into this large low pressure. It's going to be merged with that. And that's the low that creates tropical storm force winds up the East Coast. But look at all the snow, not only for us, but down through the Carolinas, all the way down into Georgia today. Our current temperatures, Wise at 9, 15 Johnson City, 18 now Elizabethton. And look at your road temperatures. Yes, 20s here. So you got to be careful when driving. Trust me, the interstate's not too bad. You have at least one lane of tire tracks, if not a little bit better than that, especially better in Virginia right now. So we've been looking at some of our cameras here. But those secondary roads, a lot of snow-covered roads, they will become icy through the evening hour once the sun goes down. You can see all the roads here, snow-covered across much of the area, so drive with care. Here's a look at our cameras, T-dot, V-dot. You see that most of the interstate's not too bad, moving pretty decently, but it's those secondary roads you got to be careful of. We've been watching an accident, looks like here, as we look at Colonial Heights, by the way, right there along Interstate 81 as well. So slow go, just give yourself some extra braking time as well. Here the warnings are still in effect through 1 a.m. However, I think the snow, as you see here, pretty much tapers down over Southwest Virginia, Kentucky. The rest of us through about 7 to 9 o'clock, it's gone. And then overnight low temperatures as we clear out could be down to 2, maybe 5 degrees. I know Jared's saying, hey, let's go to 5. I go to 2. We'll see who's right. But nonetheless, we'll still look at temperatures. With the sun in the morning, you're going to warm up just a tad bit into the 20s. And I think tomorrow night we're down to 2 degrees again. So we'll show you that forecast. I know Jared's going to go over that a little bit more in detail, but down to about 2 to 5 tonight. Tomorrow's high temperature back into lower 20s, a few flurries. We're just going to see sunshine, a few clouds here and there. Otherwise, our 7-day forecast, yes, we've got another round of some precipitation midweek, but slow warming and overnight lows from the teens and single digits back into the 20s. So that will certainly be some good news. But if you're heading out tonight, if you got to go out, you know what? I'd probably stay home tonight. That's how bad some of those roads are. And with temperatures that cold, it's only going to get worse through the overnight. But tomorrow, hopefully the sun comes out, helps with some of the road conditions. It's still going to be cold, though. We'll have more in that forecast coming up in just a few more minutes. Casey.
Mark, thank you very much. We've got crews all across the region this afternoon to show you exactly what conditions are right now. News Channel 11's Mackenzie Kane out braving the elements. She joins us now live from Bristol. Mackenzie, what are things like where you are this afternoon?
You see, Casey, I was actually on my way to Bristol, but because of these road conditions, I couldn't make it all the way there. We had to pull off of exit 63 from Interstate 81. Now, congestion was a little high depending on which side of the barrier you were on. Southbound, we did see an accident that was backing up traffic pretty severely. It was to the point where it was, in fact, a standstill. Now, we started our trek on northbound I-26, and the first thing we noticed there is those lanes that were in fact plowed were a bit narrower, significantly narrower than they are over on Interstate 81. Low congestion, no accidents over on 26 from what we saw coming up here, but 81's a different story. We actually saw a couple of spin outs on the northbound side where civilians are having to come out of their cars and direct traffic until emergency services can get to them. Now, this is an instance where if you can stay off of the roads you really want to. The one thing we have seen a lot of on this trek up here were 18-wheelers, tractor trailers. These are not something you want to be on the road with when it comes to icy conditions. If you can stay off them, please do, because we're out here so that you don't have to be. But Casey, I hope you are staying warm there in the studio. I'll send it back to you.
I am, as a matter of fact, Mackenzie, but I appreciate you doing the heavy lifting for us this afternoon. Just one member of our team that is out and about that we'll check in throughout this half hour. Of course, we're keeping an eye on other places in the region as well on this snowy Saturday afternoon. Let's take a view from VDOT's camera. This is over Southwest Virginia. Plenty of snow still hanging around on the roads, although that particular area of Southwest Virginia looks like it's been plowed nicely. In the meantime, we're asking you to keep it slow, keep it safe. If you have to be out, if you don't have to be out, it's probably best that you stay off the roads this afternoon into tonight. And how about a live look at Interstate 81 at Colonial Heights? Things a little more clear there. The exit ramps can still be pretty slick. So as you enter and exit the interstates, either 26 or 81, make sure you take some extra precaution as you make your way out and about today if you have to. We're keeping our eye on other places in the region as well. Let's check in with News Channel 11's Brooke Malott. She joins us now live from Johnson City. Brooke, what are things like where you are today? Looks like a little fun on this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Casey, I'm here at Science Hill where there's a bunch of people taking advantage of the fun snow-filled day today. A lot of sledders are out here today. So, you know, I wanted to partake in the fun a bit. Behind me right now with me is Brody. So, Brody, how long have you been out here for?
Probably like an hour.
Yeah, and now, Brody, I saw you going down this hill on your snowboard and on the sled, too. Which one do you prefer?
Definitely the snowboard. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to go down this hill. I'm a little scared, but it's going to be fun.
Yep.
Let's hope we don't break anything.
It is not all business, obviously, today on this snow day. Having a little fun there near Science Hill High School. Our own Brooke Malott. Look forward to check back with her a little later to see how that sled ride ended up. So that's a lot of fun there. Here's some information that's not always a lot of fun. The flight tracker in and around the Tri-Cities in Blountville. As you can see, several flights canceled today. Departures to Atlanta and Charlotte. We'll keep an eye on the schedule there throughout the weekend as air travel very difficult both south and east during this winter storm. Of course, we've got to get a look at what conditions are like in other parts of the Tri-Cities this afternoon. Haley Pitcher is out and about for us. She's in Kingsport. Haley, how are things there?
Hey, Casey, I'm here. Actually, I'm at the Freddy's Frozen Custards on East Stone Drive. I'm really sorry to report that if you were not cold enough today and you thought I could really use an ice cream cone, the Freddy's on East Stone Drive is not open today due to the weather. So I'm so sorry to report that it's not open. Anyway, let's get to road conditions. East Stone Drive looks pretty plowed. Let me just step out of the frame right here. East Stone Drive looks pretty plowed, and I see a lot of cars honestly going the speed limit, not faster than it, but going to speed limit on East Stone Drive. And right now the snow is quite crunchy, so it's causing that tension under your tires. One thing I noticed while driving out and about is that on your turns, you might not want to press your brake just in case that brake does lock in and you get hit with some snow or some ice under your wheels and you get stuck a bit there. On the way here, Interstate 26 heading west into Kingsport, I will be honest, was a bit atrocious. The ramps were not plowed, the ramps were not brined or salted, so definitely use caution on those ramps as you're getting off of the interstate. You don't want to slip or brake too hard. So My biggest advice to you all is to brake cautiously while you're on the ramps and while you're making your turns. But we'll keep you updated on this winter weather. Once again, Freddy's is closed, so don't come here for ice cream. But that's all we got for you. Back to you, Casey, in the studio.
Haley, thank you very much. Yeah, plenty of ice cream all around on the ground this afternoon. Several viewers have sent in photos and videos from across the region of what things look like in their corner as we take a look at those pictures on our website, WJHL.com. Meanwhile, let's send things over to meteorologist Jared Sellers with more on the weather. You have some snow totals for us, right, Jared?
Yes, Casey, I got the snowfall totals as well as some photos from across the region. We'll get to those photos here in just a second. But either way, we're starting off with some of the major areas that actually got hit with this winter storm across the area. So here's a look at those totals across the majority or the higher populated places across East Tennessee. Johnson City at 7 inches now. I can confirm that as I went outside not too long ago, and it was anywhere between that 6.5 to 8 inch mark. I think those 8 inch marks were closer to more drift spots. So 7 inches in Johnson City seems to be the common report there. Bristol, Tennessee between 6 to 8, actually closer probably to that 8 number now. Kingsport 7 inches is the latest report. Latest report from the Tri-Cities Airport was 6 inches, believe it or not, which was a couple of hours ago, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're also close to that 7 to 8 mark now. Mountain City 6 to 7, and Greenville is the big winner in this so far at 9+ inches for the more higher populated places across East Tennessee. Now some of the mountains definitely up there with Greenville as well. Look at that, Irwin, Tennessee, that just came in not too long ago, 8 inches. Elizabeth and also closer to 6 to 8 inches. Bluff City 7 to 9 inches. Camp Creek I'd say is the best or the better spot that we've seen so far, 8 to 10 inches, and that was about an hour ago, so I wouldn't be surprised if a few spots in the mountains of Greene County are closer to that foot or right around 1 foot at this point. Gray County, Tennessee, closer to 7 to 8 inches. Jonesboro, Tennessee, also 8 inches. I can also confirm in Hawkins County as well as in Hancock County, closer to about 6 to 7 inches there as well. So the entirety of the area, especially in East Tennessee, have seen those numbers anywhere between 6 to 8 inches across majority of East Tennessee. Now what about Southwest Virginia? Closer to about 6 to 7 inches up into Bristol, and then look at that, pretty much anywhere between that 5 to 7 mark, so a little less in Southwest Virginia, especially west of Wise. So Big Stone Gap right at 5 to 6. Clintwood, Virginia, closer to 8 inches up there in Dickinson County. So yes, some of the mountains in the Cumberland Mountains saw some snow as well, and even into western North Carolina. Look at that, Beach Mountain, no surprise. I bet those ski resorts are very, very happy. Beach Mountain reporting 9 inches. West Jefferson and Ashe County at 5 inches. Burnsville closer to about 5 inches at the moment as well. So most of the region, Southwest Virginia, East Tennessee, as well as into western North Carolina, southeast Kentucky, have seen between that 4 to 8 inch mark, with the mountains a little bit higher than that. So pretty much forecast has been on track at this point. Here's a look at some viewer photos and videos. Look at this. This is Emily Hilton from Limestone. Looks like her dog was out and about enjoying some of that snow. Definitely excited. Probably that cold snow just had it moving a little faster. Either way, Abigail Francis and towards Elizabeth, and definitely looks like a winter wonderland there. I kind of like that background with the snowflakes that she has, just the fake snowflakes that is that she has in her house. But either way, she definitely looks like she was ready for the winter weather. Here's a look out towards places in Southwest Virginia, as well as up into Camp Creek, the bigger winner of this event, that is Gate City. As you can see there, winter wonderland in Camp Creek. I believe that measurement was closer to about 3 or 4 hours ago from Sarah Baker, where they had about 7 to 8 inches at that time frame. Remember, Camp Creek closer to about that 8 to 10 inch mark right now, maybe even a little bit higher than that. But Brittany Barnett out towards Mossheim, as well as Jennifer Long. There's a Porgy, I believe, in Churchill, definitely enjoying the snow, or at least it looks like it's trying to at least eat, because it is really cold outside. And then look at these viewer photos. Butler, Tennessee there. Darlene Amundsen, yes, Butler, Tennessee, also looks like a winter wonderland. So everybody's seeing their fair share of snow. Now you might be wondering about snowfall totals as we head throughout the remainder of this afternoon and evening. I still think the best chance for accumulating snowfall, I think realistically up to 1 to 3 inches south of I-81. Pretty much most of the snowfall has come to an end, especially up in the Southwest Virginia. But you see the mountain counties of Greene County, Carter County, Unicoi County, right on the North Carolina border. That is the best chance for accumulating snow as we head throughout the remainder remainder of this evening and in towards tonight. So most of the area has seen about 4 to 8 inches of snow. The mountain's a little higher than that. Potentially some more additional snowfall is possible. I'd say it's on the lighter end for the Tri-Cities now, and then best chance for accumulating snow into the mountains along into East Tennessee. So more snowfall still on the way, and then after the snowfall, it's all about the cold weather. So it's all about the cold weather as we head into the next couple days, with highs only into the 20s and lows into the single digits. Back to you, Casey.
Jared, thank you very much. Let's head back outside with another view of Southwest Virginia this afternoon as roads continue to look treacherous. Not many vehicles on the road at the moment. That's a good thing. Probably better off just to stay home if you can today. And a live look at the ETSU Eagle camera in Johnson City. You can see they're trying to stay warm on this chilly, snowy Saturday afternoon. How about some video of our crews here? News Channel 11. This comes to us from Limestone, Tennessee. 8 inches of snow there in Washington County and counting as snow continues to fall throughout the day. And some more video sent into our newsroom. This comes to us from Sullivan County. All sorts of snow covering the hillside there. What a picturesque January winter afternoon, the final day of the month of January. Mall at Johnson City has announced it will remain closed today because of the weather conditions. A post on the mall's social media says some businesses may have different operating hours, and to check their website and social media platforms to stay updated on their hours during this snowstorm. And all Holston Medical Group urgent care locations will be closed today for the weather. In a post to their social media, they say they've closed all locations in Abingdon, Bristol, and Kingsport. Thanks for joining us on WJHL Plus on this Saturday afternoon for our special winter weather coverage. For the reporter teams outside, Mark, Jared, and our production crew that makes it possible, I'm Casey Marler saying keep it slow, keep it safe, and we'll check back with you live on WJHL Plus at 4 o'clock.